On Thursdays, we get updates to the drought monitor, and the new one shows some improvement, especially in eastern parts of the state. In fact, some parts of Windham County now out of the abnormally dry region, and that stretches back through Rhode Island. And we've seen a bit of a cutback on the moderate drought area. We'll show you the numbers here. The Hartford area still running a bit of a deficit for the month and the season so far, but a bit of a surplus if we go back to the start of the year. Bridgeport, on the other hand, just watching the deficits grow. Look at this, not only for the month and since the start of meteorological fall. Since 2025 began, we are down over 12 inches of rain, or the liquid equivalent of anything frozen for Bridgeport. So in other words, we need rain. And we're giving you the first alert here to our next chance. Monday morning, 7 a.m., our longer range models really focused in on the Monday morning time frame for some rain. Perhaps a bit wet as you head back to work and school next week, but we aren't expecting too much of an impact there. You can always keep up to date with the evolving forecast with Scott Haney tomorrow morning and through the free First Alert weather app. Here's a live look in our iCam in Rocky Hill, looking north to the Hartford skyline. We do not see any cloud cover overhead, meaning temperatures are dropping quickly. We are expecting some mid-30s to pop up across northwestern Connecticut. A bit of patchy frost possible. Upper 30s, closer to 40 degrees throughout the greater Hartford area and throughout Hartford County. And with a little bit of lingering cloud cover in eastern Connecticut, some towns could stay closer to 40 degrees across the quiet corner. For the shoreline, we're expecting low and mid-40s. Inland sections of our southern four counties likely around 40 degrees with some upper 30s sprinkled in. So the greatest risk for frost tonight is going to be throughout the Litchfield Hills, and we aren't expecting too much of an impact there. That does mean you'll have to send your kids out to the bus stop tomorrow with jackets, a little bit of a breeze, temperatures in the 40s, feeling a little bit chillier by the ride home. We're expecting plenty of sunshine, highs back in the 60s, which means kickoff for Friday night football will be around 60 degrees too. Our game of the week, Northwest Catholic at Rocky Hill, showing temperatures falling from 60 at 5 p.m. to 53 by 7 o'clock, and then by 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, as the games are winding down, upper 40s. And while we aren't expecting to be as windy tomorrow as what we experienced today, still a bit of a breeze at times, wind gusts say 15 to 20 miles per hour, relaxing even more late tomorrow evening. We have seen some leaf drop. Thankfully, we actually kept a decent amount of the foliage through that coastal storm. So if you want to try to get a head start on raking, tomorrow maybe not the greatest day because of the wind gusts, but by Saturday it will be dry and the wind will be calm. So we are expecting certainly some improvements there. And that's courtesy of high pressure nudging just a little bit closer to us tomorrow, and then we'll see that storm out over the ocean move away from us on Saturday. By Saturday evening, we'll be watching low pressure work its way into the Great Lakes region, and the cold front associated with that approaches starting later Sunday. Clouds increasing on Sunday, becoming breezy on Sunday, and eventually that will lead to our chance for rain. Pollen counts will be just a little bit higher Friday into Saturday too. Ragweed is certainly the biggest concern here. And then by Sunday, well, we'll start to see those pollen counts drop back a bit. The First Alert 7-day forecast showing temperatures tomorrow 62 degrees up to 65 on Saturday, 72 on Sunday. If you're heading to Hartford for the Wolfpack season home opener, the weather will be great. 63 at the shoreline tomorrow, 64 on Saturday, 71 Sunday. It's Monday when we're back in the 60s. There's that morning rain. At this point in time, we're growing optimistically drier later in the day. Mid-60s Tuesday, lower 60s Wednesday, perhaps some showers, staying bright into the end of next week.